Hello, everybody. This is Mike McFly. My voice is a little hoarse today, so please excuse that. Today, we're going to look at something video game related, which I don't do that often. This is normally a rollerblading channel, so if you're new here, you're going to mostly see rollerblading stuff, but we're looking at a couple of video games today. I have for you two sealed Atari 2600 games. The Atari 2600 was Atari's video game system. It was originally actually called the VCS for Video Computer System, and the part number was CX 2600 for the console itself. Later, Atari did like a backronym, or they retconned that and renamed it the 2600. Anyway, I got these sealed games, and I am about to open them. And both of these games used to be considered pretty rare Atari games. Atari produced games for the 2600 until I think it was either 89 or 91, way after a lot of people stopped paying attention to the 2600. Again, these are really late run Atari 2600 games, still sealed. Maybe 5 or 10 years ago, I would have had to pay a couple $100s for each of these, but some collectors have found case upon case load of them down in Venezuela. And so all day, every day, you can go on eBay and pay about $30 to $50 a piece for games like these late 80s red box Atari games. We have Ikari Warriors and we have Moto Rodeo. Some pretty interesting description on the back. It says, Ikari Warriors features super sharp graphics, high-depth gameplay, and enhanced sound effects. It's all part of the power Atari brings you. And if you look at the screenshots, you can see I wouldn't consider those super sharp graphics, although it is very impressive for the 2600. Also, here we got Moto Rodeo, the biggest thing on wheels. You've been waiting for this day for months. The Moto Rodeo, the biggest truck challenge ever, is about to begin. You sit proudly behind the wheel of your shiny blue rig, confident that you will roll right over that hot shot in the red truck. You will make him wish he had never challenged you to a duel. Anyway, winners don't use drugs. Let's open these up. Okay, we have an X-Acto knife here. Just going to try to cut them open without damaging anything. Actually, here I got a better idea. We're just going to cut the seal here, and then just going to kind of rip it open instead of trying to be neat with it and cut the box in the process. Now you might be thinking, maybe these games should be preserved for, later generations. And that's true for some games that are really culturally significant. Stuff like Super Mario Brothers, or stuff that's, real cultural touchstone. Stuff like this, my generation and the generation before it are the only people that are ever really going to care about this stuff. Saving these games in their original wrapper would be like saving a late 80s Elvis collector's plate. All the people that cared about collecting Elvis memorabilia have died off. The stuff was thrown away after it was unsold at estate sales. No one cares about it. And unfortunately, one day no one's going to care about these games, or at least they definitely won't care about owning the physical cartridges. And again, to reiterate, there will always be a place to collect the big stuff, like Superman, the first appearance of Superman, which is Action Comics #1, or I think Amazing Fantasy 15 with Spider-Man. And for video games, it'll be stuff like, the original Super Mario Brothers with the sticker seal, or Flintstones 2 Surprise at Dinosaur Peak, or stuff like that. There's always going to be like a top 10 or top 5 collectible in each category. Like Also here we got GI Joes. We have the USS Flag that we're opening these games on. But stuff like this, it's like Elvis plates for our generation. Okay, here we have the contents of the Ikari Warriors box. We have the Atari 2600 game cartridge. We have a manual where instead of being black and white, they actually sprung for a third color, red. Not much to really. The gameplay is pretty shallow, so not much to discuss. Pretty short instruction manual, and our Atari Corp limited 90-day warranty. Let's go ahead and open up Moto Rodeo. Okay, now here's Moto Rodeo, or Moto Rodeo. Interesting enough, this one, again, it was completely sealed with its factory seal, but it didn't include the warranty card that the other game did. And also, if you look closely, there's a little bit of blemish on the manual there, but no big deal. I really bought these so I could get mint cartridges. I actually plan on selling the boxes and manuals by themselves, so somebody that's a box collector can pick them up and complete their loose cartridge with a box. So let's go ahead and play them real quick. Okay, we have my Sears Telegames video arcade. It's a Sears rebrand of the Atari 2600, and this is the Heavy Sixer model. I also have my favorite joysticks, the 500XJ by Epix, has a micro switch joystick. Just wanted to show you guys what that looked like. Also, the Sears Telegames, if you've never seen it, instead of wood grain, it has like fake burl wood. Let's check out Ikari Warriors. Okay, so we got an 8-position joystick. Oh, here's the tank. The graphics really are incredible for this being a 2600 game. See if we can destroy this building. Okay, looks like I beat the first level. It's a lot like Rambo 3, where he goes head-to-head versus helicopters. Ooh. And this game's pretty hard. It's going to take me some getting used to, definitely. Let's try out Moto Rodeo. Okay, here's Moto Rodeo. You can see it's a copyright 1990. And we're going to go ahead and set it to easy difficulty. There's some graphical glitches on the screen, but that's from my Atari, not from the cartridge itself. I'm the red truck, of course. Hit the gas. Ooh. Go backflip. Anyway, that's Moto Rodeo. Okay, guys, well, that was Mike McFly's quick unboxing of two sealed Atari 2600 cartridges from the late 80s. I definitely need to learn how to play these games. They're not as easy as you'd think right off the bat. Definitely have to read the instruction manual on a lot of these Atari 2600 games. Anyway, that is today's video. We'll see you guys this weekend with a rollerblading session. Have a good one.